Sean DePaz is a very capable producer, and he produces the What Chaos podcast. They talk hockey on that one. And very famously, he is a Buffalo Sabres fan. And
Yes, sir.
very surprisingly, they are having a excellent season, a major turnaround. They have won the 15th game in the last 17 when they beat Montreal last night. And within that, they had a 10-game winning streak. Losing streak. I'm sorry. This is last year's Sabres, but they had a 10-game winning streak this year within that 15 out of 17 game winning trend. And quite frankly, it's looking like they have some sort of 2018, 2019 St. Louis Blues vibes right now.
Bold. I like it. But bold.
I certainly like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't disagree with you. It does seem like a switch has been flipped.
Yeah.
A little bit. I was in the building last night for the Montreal game, and the atmosphere there was unbelievable. And the Sabres just look like a good hockey team. Like they've had over this drought periods where they've won a bunch of games, but it's proven to be a fluke, and it kind of felt like a fluke. Right now, they are playing really good hockey. Like everybody is participating in playing good hockey. We're not just being like carried by one guy. It's a great time to be a Sabres fan, that's for sure.
I say the major difference between the Sabres right now and the Blues team of that year is the firing. They fired Mike Yeo, the head coach, and the Sabres fired their general manager, Kevin Adams. That firing, was that the point in the season where everything turned around?
It's hard to say otherwise. I mean, I will say, like, the 10-game win streak technically started 2 or 3 games before the Kevin Adams firing. So, it's kind of hard to say that it was entirely that, but it certainly seems like since that point, there has been a wake-up call within that locker room, and now everyone is putting forth an effort or has reached a new level that they weren't able to prior to firing Kevin Adams and hiring Jarmo Kekalainen. So I don't know. Obviously, I'm not in the locker room, but it certainly seems like that was a flip. I know Tage Thompson has said publicly that like Jarmo came in there and basically told every player on that roster that they're expendable, and they might not have had that feeling under Kevin Adams, who is known to be a really nice guy, which is awesome, obviously, but maybe not the best trait to have when you need to make hard decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know. Maybe there was some kind of wake up call when that firing and hiring took place, but I don't need answers. I don't need to know what changed. I'm happy they're winning games.
You don't need answers. You need results.
I need results. Exactly.
Do you give more credit to the Kevin Adams firing or the joke that was made about Buffalo and heated rivalry? Because that has also been linked to like the 10 game. They're like 9-1 or maybe even like 12-2 or something at this point, since they made that joke in heated rivalry about the Buffalo hockey team at that point.
Yeah. I mean, why not both? Why not both? Right? Like maybe there's a sense of, hey, this GM might trade us, and also we gotta put on for our city a little bit, who's getting trash talked in this major pop culture thing right now. So I don't know, maybe it was both. But like I said, I don't really need answers. They're winning games, so it could whatever's motivating them to win games, I'll take at this point.
All right, Sean, here's the real question. Let's say the playoffs start tomorrow. Buffalo's in, right?
Yep.
Who's starting in net game? Assuming everybody's healthy. Who's starting in net game 1? Because you've gotten solid play from Colton Ellis, from Alex Lyon.
It's not Georgiev, I'll tell you that.
Ukko Pekka. Like, obviously, UPL is the goalie of the future or whatever, but, I mean, they've all been pretty solid. So, in your opinion, game 1, tomorrow night, who's in net?
It's tough. I would say if we're looking at the whole body of work from this season, you have to say Alex Lyon. He's been our best goaltender this year.
Nice.
UPL has been playing really good recently. But honestly, all 3 of our goaltenders have been playing well. The team's been playing well recently, so it's tough. I think Alex Lyon is, more of a veteran. Has much more experience playing big games than either of these guys do, for sure. So, like, I think that's kind of the one you have to start with. But I will say it's going to be a short leash. I think ultimately you're going to go into the playoffs without Colton Ellis, I would have to say, just because, UPL is kind of your guy that you have committed to longer term, I should say. And then Alex Lyon, I think, gives you the best chance of winning games right now. So Colton Ellis is probably the odd man out there, but the leash is going to be short for whoever plays, because all of the goalies have played really well. And I could see it being kind of an Oilers situation where you end up needing to turn to a backup for big games in places you're not hoping to be turning to a backup to.
Well, the Sabres have some decisions to make very, very soon. Alex Tuck is going to be a UFA after the season. Jason Zucker, Bo Byram, Alex Lyon included, and Jordan Greenway are going to be UFAs in 2 seasons. They have 8 players on the roster right now with 3 years or more left on the contract. So they are going to have to make some decisions, and they're hosting the draft, so they're going to have to make some decisions there as well. What do you see Jarmo Kekalainen doing?
I mean, the Alex Lyon one is tough. He's an upstate New York guy. People like to say he's a Western New York guy. He's a Buffalo guy. It's not true. He's from like 2.5 hours away from near Syracuse. And he's a really good player. But when you hear the numbers that he was asking for, like upwards of $10 million plus, or $10 million a year plus, like, and you look at the players that they're going to have to sign, like they're going to have to figure out a way to sign Josh Doan, or keep Josh Doan when he becomes an RFA, who's like been probably the most important Buffalo Sabre this year, which is not something anybody I think saw coming. But it's unfortunate. I think they're kind of in a situation right now where they have to be prepared to let Alex Tuck walk because he's too important to this team right now to trade him when they're playing really good hockey, and I think have a chance of I'm not ready to like sincerely call them a cup contender yet, but I think they have a chance of making a playoff or like making noise in the playoffs. You got to keep Alex Lyon or Alex Tuck around for that, and then but I think the number's too high to keep him around and keep this team in a place to win in the future. So I think you just have to kind of be prepared to let him walk and take care of some of those other guys who, you know, maybe not as important individually as Alex Tuck, but give you a better chance of winning when you have a more well-rounded roster.
Hat trick and 2 assists for Tage Thompson in last night's win against Montreal. He's been a vocal leader in that locker room, and he will be for Team USA as well.
So glad he's going.
Yeah. He's not scared to say to tell everybody how he feels. I'll tell you that right now. Yep. Is this guy the most important? Well, I mean, is this guy the most important guy on the team right now?
Other than goalies.
Other than the goalies, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, it is hard to say otherwise. You know, leading goal scorer, definitely the best player on the team. But it almost feels unfair to other guys on the team to say he's the most important player on the team. Like, I think if you ask a lot of Buffalo Sabres fans, they're going to point to a guy like Josh Doan, who seems to have brought with him, like, you know, he's the legacy. He's in an endearing way, I guess, of Shane Doan, who is known to be this hard worker, plays the game the right way, and doesn't get negative even when he's in bad situations. And like Josh Doan seems to have brought a lot of that energy to this team, and that's exactly what this franchise has needed. And he plays unbelievable hockey. Like you look at the number of goals that guys like Tage have scored because of plays that Josh Doan has made, where he's getting not even primary but secondary assists because he's going and retrieving the puck. He's such a hard-nosed player, is always in the right spot. Like, so yeah, of course, like on paper, Tage Thompson, the guy that's going to the Olympics, is our best player, our most important player. But there's a lot of guys who I think have been very instrumental to this team being good, and not just good, but sustainably good, because I don't think you can do that with just one player kind of like carrying you.
Tage Thompson, kind of a throwback player. Like we're sitting here kind of thinking about who he reminds me of. He's like a skinny Keith Primo almost, but like he just strikes me as like a 1980s, 90s power forward type of guy. Just fun to watch. Yeah,
I mean, when he's like on, he's like, I mean, he's the biggest guy on the ice most of the time. He's able to be physically imposing, and he knows that. There's an awesome highlight from earlier in the season when they were playing Detroit in overtime, and he just chases down Alex DeBrincat, throws him into the boards, gets the puck away, and sets up, I think it was Alex Tuck for the game winner. And when he's doing stuff like that and is on, he is like genuinely one of the best players in the NHL, at least best offensive players in the NHL. Like, he is has so much skill and is so physically imposing and knows how to use both of those. I think you see a lot of times when you get certain guys, like it's a criticism Owen Power has gotten a lot, where he's highly skilled, but he's also a big D man, but he doesn't use his physicality in a way you would like him to. Like, Tage Thompson is able to do all of that, and it is definitely like the team would not be here without Tage Thompson being one of the best players in the world.
Buffalo is currently celebrating the 20th anniversary of the 2005-06 team. That team came off of 3 straight years of missing the playoffs, ended up going to a conference final that year. That was the first of back-to-back. Now, the Sabres haven't made the playoffs in 14 seasons. What do you believe to be the difference here?
I mean, I do think they're going to the playoffs this year, and it just is like they. Yeah, go ahead. I'm at this point. I feel good. Like something will have to go wrong for the Buffalo Sabres not to make the playoffs, which is definitely not out of the realm of possibility. This is a Buffalo sports team after all. We've got a really big football game tomorrow, but yeah, I mean, what's different? I don't know. Like I was saying earlier, I don't really know what ultimately flipped the switch, but they're winning hockey games and they're doing it in a way where it's not a fluke. Like I think a big part of the Kevin Adams tenure and where things really went wrong for him is that he was expecting a lot of these young players to make big steps. And that included guys like Dylan Cousins, who he eventually had to move off of, but it included guys like he committed to guys like Matthias Samuelsson, who now is genuinely having one of the best years of any defenseman in hockey. Like he said he's already set career highs in goals and assists, is going to score double-digit goals this year as a D-man and he's never done that before. Like these guys that I think Kevin Adams were hoping would step up have actually started to step up now, and maybe that's because they realize that they could get shipped out of town at any point if they're not stepping up, and that's something that Jarmo's brought. So I just think that there has been, whatever it is, like a noticeable shift in the energy. Like there is an actual identity for playing, or that the Buffalo Sabres bring, and they're not an easy team to play against anymore. And they take pride in being Buffalo Sabres. Like I think they take pride in playing for the city of Buffalo, and now the atmosphere at the arena is incredible. And I think that's the first time a lot of these guys have played like fun hockey. And it is. I think there's a lot of little things that have added up to it just being a different franchise. Honestly, like the crest isn't poison anymore.
Hi, Sean.
Hello.
I'm Rose.
How's it going? Nice to meet you too.
Yeah.
You could have been in here the whole time.
Our
producer's back. We don't need you to come replace Rose.
You took your
Sean,
rooster and you left. I mean, come on. What's going on here?
Look at me being a producer. I just produced a show.
Yeah.
From outside, so
yeah.
So nothing better.
We saw you on the screen. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
All right, Rose. Thank you very much. You have anything to add?
No. I'm just introducing myself, Sean.
That's great producing there, Rose.
Yeah. There you go. Thank you.
Dave.
Well, I wanted to piggyback on what Sean was just saying before Rose hijacked the show for a minute.
Without a rooster.
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
Rose is very cocky today.
Yeah.
Rosie
again?
the rooster.
Again?
Yeah, well, I don't know if it got on the first time.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Anyway, Sean, I'm sorry. I wanted to...
You see what I have to deal with, Sean? Okay, go on.
You're the chaos
He
agent
deals with
around here.
DJ and Pete. I think he knows
Bring the
plenty about
chaos,
dealing
Wait,
with
you
chaos.
are DJ
Yeah,
and Pete's
chaos,
producer?
baby.
Yes.
Oh my God, we have so much in common and so much trauma in between. Yeah.
Trauma.
You
Talent's tough to
understand me.
deal with, right? Talent's
Yeah.
tough to deal with.
Wow, you understand me
Fortunately,
now.
we don't have much of that here.
Dave. Dave, go please.
So getting back to the Sabres and the playoffs. No, like Sean, have you ever been to a Sabres playoff game at home up in Buffalo?
No, I mean they haven't been to a playoff since I was a child.
And I didn't mean that as like a setup or anything negative. So I was in the same situation growing up as a Panthers fan down here.
Yep.
I had not been to an NHL playoff game, and I was in my adult years. So my dad took it upon himself to say, okay, this year we're going to a playoff game no matter what. This is back in 2007. So my first ever Stanley Cup playoff experience was Sabres Senators Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yep, that's it right there.
And even though Buffalo lost in overtime,
yeah.
the arena, the atmosphere outside, like hours before the game with the tailgating in Buffalo and everything, then going inside, and that place went berserk when they tied the game late. Just such a cool experience. So since you haven't yet, I'm excited for you to go and to be, because I'm imagining like it's going to be like 10 times more insane just based on the fact they haven't been in so long.
By the way, there's no excuse why Buffalo lost to Ottawa in the conference final.
Ray Emery.
And Ottawa going to the Stanley Cup final and getting blasted by Anaheim. No reason for that. No excuse.
Yeah, it's why I am unapologetically a Sabres fan. I have 3 teams that are absolutely like no-goes for me, and the Ottawa Senators are one of them. The other 2 are the Boston Bruins and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Although I'm not being a Toronto hater, I suppose, is not particularly unique in 2026. But I mean, the atmosphere is going to be incredible. Like I think Buffalo has a reputation of being a football town because of just how successful the Bills have been over the last handful of years, and how the reputation that Bills Mafia has. But like I truly think that this is a hockey town. Like when the Buffalo Sabres are going, like I have memories, faint memories, but I do have memories of what it was like in those 05, 06 days when they were originally wearing the goat heads and you had guys like Maxim Afinogenov and Danny Briere and Brian Campbell and Ryan Miller like doing real things.
Jay
like,
McKee.
I remember, I have memories of that. So like I know a little bit of what it's going to be like, but being like a grown adult now and getting to experience that atmosphere, like I truly, like, I don't say this as any disrespect to any other hockey fan base. Like, I truly don't think there's anything like it. Like, I think the Sabres, when they have playing good hockey, it's the best environment in hockey. It's like, because I went to that game last night. It was like 10 degrees outside, like 0 with wind chill, and I'm walking through the snow with 19,000 other people. And there was a lot of Habs fans there, to be fair, but like, because, there's good hockey to be watched. And like, that's an awesome feeling. And I can't wait for when there's like real playoff stakes.
Will you, in your Goathead Sabres jersey, body slam yourself through a folding table before game 1 of the playoffs?
Sean did this the other day at the Bills game.
I did do this. I was going to say, yeah.
Will you do it for the Sabres?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't have a Goathead jersey currently.
Yet.
You got that starter jacket though, right?
I do have a starter
fresh
jacket.
Ass starter jacket.
Yeah, it was. I wore that yesterday. I also have like a Sabres turtleneck with like the embroidered goat head on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but never the Buffalo Slug ever.
Never the Buffalo. Oh my God, there's people that defend that thing. That's like genuinely one of the worst logos in American pro sports history, in my opinion.
The only defense I have on that jersey is they won. They won.
The only thing that made that look good was Ryan Miller. That was the only thing that made that jersey look
badass.
True, he can make anything look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan Miller rocks.
All right, real quick. As you can tell, Sean, I watch way too much What Chaos. You guys are like my favorite show, but you guys have become kind of
Obsessed.
you guys have become kind of like the heated rivalry show. Could you have imagined at all when you guys were like, all right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to, talk about the show, and then slowly but surely it kind of like took over the show. Could you have imagined the whirlwind that it would be in terms of the popularity that you guys have gained because of this show?
No, I mean, it was. I don't think I can speak for myself, but I think I can speak for all three of us. Like, I don't think that was ever on our mind. Like, we were just. It was something that's right up our alley. Like, we are big, genuinely on like the inclusivity of hockey. Like, we want to grow the game, and we want more people to be invested in the game. And so like when we see that there's a gay hockey show, we're like, absolutely, we're watching that. We're going to talk about it. And then, yeah, it just became like the biggest thing in the world. And I think, yeah, none of us expected it to be as well received. And I could say we've talked to several people involved with the show, like the authors of the books, the writer and the director of the show. Like, they didn't expect it to be this big of a deal. So like, yeah, no, there was no way we ever expected. Like, it was just something that piqued our interest, and it ended up being like genuinely a really good television show, and it piqued a lot of other people's interests. And so, yeah, we certainly got some new fans that have come along with that. But, I mean, we're just doing it for the love of the game, I guess.
Sean, tell everybody where you can find What Chaos on audio and video, please.
Yeah, What Chaos on any podcasting platform, Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts. YouTube, we're live on YouTube every day, Monday through Thursday, and then we release special bonus episodes on our Patreon on Friday. So you can find us everywhere. Social media, at What Chaos Show. We're always pumping out new content, stuff like that.
He is very famously a Buffalo Sabres fan, and we are happy for him and the city of Buffalo because now they are winning. That's Sean DePaz.
Yeah, we just hope the
Bills
Bills lose on Saturday.
Okay, thank you, Ethan. I'm trying to close the show here. Sean DePaz, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.